Nigga, you real like that. Yeah, it's real like that. My G's give it real like that. Two niggas to the floor and back. Take down your abundance, realist.
One or two things.
Pull off the past that missing.
Either somebody,
We surf the block before crippling.
nobody.
Scan the food for this time. Start adding them gangs, nigga, you real like that. Dip up, say each mums and dads, yeah, it's real like that. Beat the one and don't say a word, my G's give it real like that. When I say names, you don't say no names, so my niggas gonna get one back. Let me take you right back, D-Town, North London's realest. Back then, if the ops heard bad boy start, then pull up the patch, they missing. One turn to the world and back, we surf the block before crippling. Stay building up block like daily, scan the film for these chickens. Pussies, nerds. Just to get heard, you risk getting hurt. You must get burned. Labels slap the thing in reverse. Push your shoulder, tom to won't turn. Bucket, wind the window down burst. Pull up skirt. And pussy should have gone on mum turn. Two with the hot blocks tired. One to the K, they're lying. No one ain't K, they're trying. Phone up, pump a dump it to frying. With all these Ks, we ain't dying. Beating all this cool, we ain't hiding. How they wanna run up on me? How they wanna run up on me? Gangs all weak, mashes up with no deep, no bricks and back in no heat. Man, back my blade on his knees. Keeping orders, acting like this on G's. So man, self the block, we come to do the job, we ain't leaving till someone bleeds. Man, chilling on a block with pride. Been in more up blocks, ain't high. I don't know what I'm going with these guys in these lights, man, get round there all the time. I don't know what I'm going with these guys in these lights, man, get round there all the time. What I'm going with these guys in these lights, man. Start adding them gangs, nigga, you real like that. Dip up, say each mums and dads, yeah, it's real like that. Be cool and don't say a word, my G's give it real like that. When I say names, you don't say no names, so my niggas still give one back. Let me take you right back, D-Town, North London's realest. Back then, if the ops heard bad boy start, then pull up the patch, they're missing. One turn to the world and back.
The late great Albert Einstein that still lives today, well in memory, but I know he's still alive. Just like Tesla was, but Tesla left the planet when Einstein left behind a carcass full of LSD and cocaine, bless him. The relativity of time bending on its sheer weight is the same as the sun repelling out Venus, Mars, Mercury, Jupiter, all around, all the planets, all around, and the stars yet move around it with sheer weight. But we have found stars big enough that things are moving around that. Are we center Earth? Yes, we are center Earth. That's why we're 500 billion years, 5 billion years through the life cycle of the sun before it supernovas, where it magnates to a huge size, divulging red in color, just like its very essence of its core. You know, the core, your core chakra, should I say in Buddhist terminology, which is your very bottom end, is your core, is your root, is probably where you'd find the devil, but not quite, because when it supernovas and leaving the black hole into one dividing, squeezing everything in it like a tube of toothpaste, even the very essence of your soul will come apart in quantums. Parts of it will be magnitude is in atoms of you that are invisible, like the ones in front of the air. They still have a 1 and a 0 going for it. There's a 10 and a God in its image, as in the universe, in each one just being poured apart. And the safest way through would be through some sort of titanium in a 9mm server bullet, shattering through that sort of that sort of altitude and that sort of speed, and as it condenses down, it's actually sucking time through. So space-time, we have not quite essenced the ingredient for it, but we pretty much know that space-time is there for our time is there. And that even though there is no time in space, of course, there's time on Earth, and it's time for lunch. I'll see you in a little while. Almost infinite, like enormous. Well, eternal from the beginning of infinite, around about 50 billion years ago, I would say. For a quantum, I'd say roughly. Being that we're halfway through the dialogue of the generation of the suns, our very own star. The sun is inside it, yes. And the sun, being one of the biggest stars in the sky, not just because it's the nearest, and therefore we see it brighter, but it is one of the, there is other stars bigger than our star, but just imagine the amount of quantums would fit inside and something that endows, that gives our whole galaxy and universe rotating around it because of its sheer weight. And that's what relativity is all about, the weight of the matter. And dark matter is so far advanced in size, it's actually ripping light molecules apart in quantums of light. And then this is how I believe a star could very essentially be born, other than a planet erupting and exploding as the Earth does. I am my own star as I inherit the Earth, its very self and its essence. For I have seen me before, as I've lived this life once before, as I've lapped myself time and time again, 13 universes later, around the big and mighty Aid belt. I call it the Aid belt because that's what I've named myself. So they call it the Adrian belt. It's not the universe. See, the universe, outside the universe is unmeasurable. We can't reach the end of our universe in scientific terms. Mentally, I have been through it and pierced through it. It is like a hot coal going out as quick as a light switch. Well, before that, be sure that the inner acts of time before time, or if it's begun, their book of echoes will talk to you about things of such qualities of ENIAC. Is it ENIAC? ENIAC. We'll fight inner space, when ENIAC will fight outer space. This terminology is the same as a Buddha's mind. You see, your mind itself is projecting what you see from within to the outside. So what your terminology of the universe and world of which is going around you is happening some other chaos somewhere else to someone else in another way, especially if they don't know you. So therefore, if we're a three-dimensional of a string of lights that are three-dimensional as a universe in someone's mind, is that the universe is a brain, per memory cell would be equals to a quantum. Now that's like the super artificial intelligent computer we've got today. And using a quantum as a memory cell on a neuron that you'd have in the brain, which would be absolute thousands of them, could look upon an equation in which, it could be the most simplistic ways of putting it. and come out with the absolute equation in algebra, anything you want. You can think of any language, any type. It doesn't matter. I mean, what I'm saying is, Einstein's theory of relativity, has that been put into this artificial intelligent machine that can work out an equation to a problem, the world's biggest problem, that took a supercomputer 100,000 years and still thinking, the world's biggest ever computer, and it worked it out within 20 minutes using this leap in the future we've made of artificial intelligence. It's quite a phenomenon. I would also like to know, personally, if anyone did know what the language, the coding is for a quantum inside an artificial intelligent machine. For a quantum of memory, it would work on the basis of being balanced again, I suppose, and then dividing the outcomes in a quantum, which is an unmeasurable amount of space, which are tiny little particles of space, but actually they're so small, they're unmeasurable, therefore there is no measurement to how big they are. In fact, they're enormous. Did you know that the dark matter in the universe is actually got so substantial now, where the universe is forever growing, being in mind that it's eternal, but not quite as eternal and infinite as it was outside the universe, which is another universe. But around that, we don't know what around that's called yet, but I will tell you soon enough later on in the programs. But know that dark matter is ripping apart the light matter and planets in this universe as we speak. So as you see, the chemicals, they're not dispending and running out, they're simply being ripped apart. As we move closer to a closer insight through one of Galileo's telescopes, we can see that through our telescoping, the dark matter, we see nothing at all. And this is because there's no light to concept the mechanisms inside the telescope to see. So, if we could devise a unit that could rip apart dark matter like a beam, yes, like a beam, like a laser beam light telescope, where we could see through dark matter and for what it is, and we could look inside the radius of it and look up what it is making and turn the light matter into it too. And then we'll have a proper war on our hands when we match the cosmic convivial vibration of violence throughout the planet. Daddy, look. I need to help a monkey. Being won't even open no more. So full of just disgrace everywhere. And then after all that, look at the mess, man. And after that, look what I did in the hole. I ripped the carpet out, Dad. No, I didn't rip the carpet out. That's a piece of carpet there. Yeah, we're gonna roll that bit up. We're gonna keep that bit. But we need help a monkey come fix it all, Dad. So I'll be honest with you, Dad. Right? He's like, he's too no good, brother. Dad, I need help a monkey. Dad, if you love me, get help a monkey quick.
I've had the hike now from Dublin to Paris, and if there was sunshine, it was never on me. So close, the rain, so